Sean Combs, later known by many names including Puff Daddy and Diddy, emerged from humble beginnings. His ambition was palpable. He possessed an undeniable drive. This drive propelled him from an intern to a towering figure in global entertainment. He was not just a musician or a producer, he became a brand, a symbol of entrepreneurial success. His story for a long time seemed to embody a certain kind of dream, a dream of power, wealth, and influence achieved against the odds. Few could predict the darkness that would later surface. His journey into the music industry's stratosphere began with Bad Boy Records. Founded in the early 1990s, the label quickly became a cultural phenomenon. It redefined the sound of hip-hop and R&B. Artists under his wing achieved massive success. Names like the Notorious Big, Faith Evans, and Ma Dollar E became household names. Diddy himself was often front and center. His production style and ad-libs were unmistakable. He crafted an image of glamour and street credibility. This combination proved incredibly potent in the marketplace. Beyond the recording studio, Diddy's aspirations knew no bounds. He ventured into fashion with his Sean John clothing line. This label achieved critical acclaim and commercial success. The whispers and rumors that had long shadowed Sean Combs began to coalesce into something far more concrete. A major federal investigation, spearheaded by the FBI and the Department of Justice, came to light. This was not a minor inquiry. It signaled serious concern at the highest levels of law enforcement. The investigation aimed to scrutinize years of Diddy's activities. The focus was on allegations that were deeply disturbing. This marked a significant turning point, a clear indication that the walls might be closing in on the music mogul. The public began to understand the gravity of the situation. The specific allegations underpinning the federal probe are severe. They include accusations of sex trafficking, racketeering, and witness intimidation. These are not minor offenses. They paint a picture of a potentially criminal enterprise operating under the guise of legitimate businesses. Authorities allege that Diddy leveraged his companies and influence to facilitate these illicit activities. The term racketeering itself suggests a pattern of organized criminal behavior. This investigation seeks to determine the truth behind these damning claims. The implications for Diddy, if proven, are catastrophic. In September 2023, the situation escalated dramatically. Diddy was arrested and formally charged with racketeering conspiracy, sex trafficking, and transportation to engage in prostitution. The federal investigation is not the only legal storm engulfing Sean Combs. A rising tide of civil lawsuits adds another layer of complexity and accusation. In May 2025, a new civil lawsuit was filed in New York. The plaintiff, a former female employee, brought forward harrowing allegations. She claims Diddy drugged and assaulted her. She also alleges he trafficked her across state lines. The lawsuit details a pattern of manipulation. It states Diddy used fear, money, and power to control her. This lawsuit is a stark reminder of the human element behind the headlines. This recent legal action follows a highly publicized lawsuit filed by singer Cassie Ventura in November 2023. Ventura, Diddy's former long-term partner and protege, accused him of extensive sexual and physical abuse. Her lawsuit sent shockwaves through the entertainment industry. It detailed years of alleged control, violence, and exploitation. Though the case was settled swiftly, reportedly for around $20 million, its impact was profound. Many observers believe Ventura's courage in coming forward emboldened others. It seemed to open a pathway for more alleged victims to share their stories. Adding to the pressure on Diddy, multiple former staff members and associates are now reportedly cooperating with federal authorities. These individuals are said to be providing information under sealed agreements. The evidence gathered during the raids on Sean Combs' properties is reportedly extensive and deeply troubling. Investigators seized a significant amount of video footage. This footage originated from security systems and private electronic devices. Sources close to the investigation have described this visual evidence as damning and disturbing. The content of these recordings is believed to be central to the prosecution's case. Digital footprints, once thought private, are now under intense scrutiny. They may hold the key to unlocking the truth behind the allegations. The full extent of this evidence is yet to be publicly revealed. Specific details about the video evidence have begun to leak, painting a grim picture. One piece of footage reportedly captures a 2016 hotel incident. This recording allegedly shows Diddy engaging in physical threats. It is said to depict him exerting control over individuals' movements. This aligns with allegations of patterned predatory behavior. Such visual evidence can be incredibly powerful in a courtroom. It offers a direct window into events, potentially corroborating victim testimonies. The existence of such recordings suggests a level of audacity or a belief in impunity on the part of those involved. The ongoing trial has already seen the presentation of various forms of evidence and testimony. Jurors have reportedly been shown photographic evidence. In the face of these mounting allegations and the ongoing federal trial, Sean Combs maintains his innocence. Through his high-powered legal team, he has vehemently denied all accusations. His official response characterizes the lawsuits and the investigation as a coordinated smear campaign. This narrative attempts to paint Diddy as the victim of a malicious plot. The defense argues that the claims against him are unfounded. They insist that his accusers are driven by ulterior motives. This defiant stance sets the stage for a contentious legal battle. Diddy's lawyers are actively working to discredit his accusers. They suggest that former employees and associates are motivated by a desire for media attention. Financial gain is also cited as a potential motive for those coming forward. The defense maintains that no criminal acts occurred. They aim to dismantle the prosecution's case piece by piece. This involves challenging the credibility of witnesses. It also involves offering alternative explanations for the evidence presented. The core of their argument is that Diddy is being unfairly targeted and falsely accused. The shockwaves from Sean Combs' legal troubles are reverberating throughout the entertainment and business worlds. The music industry, where Diddy built his foundational fame, has reacted swiftly. Major streaming platforms are reportedly distancing themselves from the embattled mogul. His music is being quietly removed from prominent playlists. This is a significant blow, both symbolically and financially. It signals a loss of favor within the industry that once celebrated him. The digital silence speaks volumes about the perceived toxicity of his brand. Brand partnerships, a lucrative cornerstone of Diddy's empire, are also crumbling. Numerous companies that once proudly associated with him have gone silent. Others have officially terminated their relationships. The Kyrock Vodka partnership, which was incredibly successful for years, faces an uncertain future. Brands are notoriously risk-averse. The nature of the allegations against Diddy makes continued association untenable for many. This erosion of commercial appeal directly impacts his financial standing. The carefully cultivated image of a bankable star is rapidly deteriorating. Artists previously signed to Diddy's music labels, or those who collaborated with him, are also reassessing their ties. Some have publicly announced their decision to cut ties. The legal challenges facing Sean Combs are expected to intensify. The Department of Justice is anticipated to announce further formal charges against him. This could happen as early as June 2025. These new charges may stem from the evidence gathered during the May 2025 raids on his properties. They could also be a result of the ongoing, broader investigation. Speculation suggests these charges might include additional counts of sex trafficking, conspiracy, and potentially financial crimes. Each new charge would add another layer to the already complex legal battle. The potential new charges signify that the federal investigation is far from over. Investigators are likely meticulously piecing together evidence. They are also likely corroborating testimonies from cooperating witnesses. If these new charges materialize, they will further solidify the prosecution's case. They would indicate a deepening belief within the DOJ that significant criminal activity has occurred. For Diddy, this means the legal pressure will continue to mount. The prospect of facing an even wider array of accusations is undoubtedly daunting. The net appears to be tightening around him. The consequences of a conviction, whether on existing or future charges, are dire for Sean Combs. If found guilty, he could face decades in prison. A potential life sentence has already been mentioned in relation to the initial charges. The ongoing legal drama surrounding Sean Combs has triggered a dramatic and undeniable shift in public perception. For years, Diddy was celebrated as a visionary entrepreneur. He was seen as a cultural icon, a symbol of success and aspiration. Now, that image is rapidly being replaced by a far darker one. He is increasingly viewed as a figure shrouded in serious controversy and disturbing allegations. The speed and scale of this transformation in public opinion are remarkable. It reflects the gravity of the accusations he faces. Media coverage has been intense and widespread. The details emerging from court documents and testimonies are often shocking. These details are disseminated rapidly through traditional news outlets and social media platforms. Public discourse is filled with discussions about the case. Many express horror and disbelief at the nature of the allegations. Social media in particular has become a forum for instant reaction and judgment. Hashtags related to the case trend regularly. The court of public opinion appears to be rendering a harsh verdict, even as the legal process continues. The central narrative in the Sean Combs saga is one of a dramatic and devastating fall from grace. The contrast between his former status as a global icon and his current predicament as a defendant facing serious federal charges is stark. He once commanded stages and boardrooms with an air of invincibility. Now he faces the prospect of spending the rest of his life in prison. This unraveling has been swift and public. It serves as a sobering reminder that no one is above scrutiny when allegations of such magnitude surface. The sheer scale of the allegations and the corresponding federal investigation is breathtaking. This is not a case involving a single accuser or a minor infraction. Multiple individuals have come forward. The charges span a range of serious criminal activities, including sex trafficking and racketeering. The involvement of the FBI and the Department of Justice underscores the gravity with which these claims are being treated. The investigation appears to be meticulous and far-reaching. It suggests a deep dive into years of Diddy's personal and professional life. The complexity is immense. It is crucial to remember that the legal process is ongoing. Sean Combs, like any defendant, is entitled to due process and the presumption of innocence until proven guilty in a court of law. His defense team is actively challenging the allegations. However, the volume of testimony and the nature of the reported evidence paint an increasingly grim picture.